Well, Governor, it's Mika Brzezinski here. I'm wondering if you saw Bob Novak this morning. He calls you the false conservative, and here's what he writes. Huckabee is campaigning as a conservative, but serious Republicans know that he's a high-tax, protectionist advocate of big government and a strong hand in the Oval Office directing the lives of Americans. Until now, they didn't bother to expose the former governor of Arkansas as a false conservative because he seemed an underfunded, unknown nuisance candidate. Now that he has pulled even with Mitt Romney for the Iowa caucuses and might make more progress, the beleaguered Republican Party has a frightening problem. Are you a frightening problem, sir?
You know what? I tell you, that hurts so bad, I'm going to have to take half a baby aspirin to sleep tonight.
We're sorry, but this is what they're saying. I mean, they're now going after you.
You know, but this is very interesting because in 1979, when Ronald Reagan was running, you got to remember that people were talking about that he had raised taxes $1 billion in California, that he was a tax hiker, and you know, all the things that were thrown at him. He was broke. He didn't have any money. He was in fourth place. But you know what? People liked him because I'll tell you what, he understood the average American. And the reason that I'm doing well is because I'm not a guy that was born on third base and thought he hit a triple. You know, I've come up the hard way. People understand that. I'm the only Republican that's saying that the economy, while doing great for the people on Wall Street, is not necessarily translating down to the guys handling the bags and selling the tickets and serving you Cokes on the airplane. And there are just a whole lot of folks out there that are wondering if they're going to keep their jobs. So, yeah, you know, when these guys attack me and call me a protectionist, look, I'm a free trader. But there's nothing free and there's nothing fair about the trade agreements that lend us with a $232 billion trade deficit with China, because we're not enforcing on their side of the border the same kind of regulations that we're forcing on American businesses. We're losing jobs. We're losing our competitive edge. We've got a tax system that needs to be totally overhauled, replaced, get rid of the IRS, bring in a consumption tax as opposed to this tax on productivity, and that scares the daylights out of some of these guys who just kind of like business as it is, and they don't really care if it's a Democrat or Republican. Just keep everything the same so they can continue to get wealthy at the expense of people who don't know if they can get their kids through school.